right, we're going to be looking at making rectangular boxes and focusing on surface area of a rectangular prism. So if I have a cube here, and if I unfold my cube, as we went over in class, there's many different ways, I think there's 11 different ways to make a net that when we fold it up will be a cube. There's several different ways for rectangular prisms. Remember, if I'm folding down my sides, okay, I want to think how many sides does a rectangular prism have, and make sure that that is represented in my picture. So we would have, if we're looking here, these were my folding, my side, okay, and this would be my bottom, my front, my top, and my back. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's going to help you when you're going to be working with surface area. So we can use the net to help us find the surface area, and then there's a couple other ways that we can look into it. So once again, the first thing that we want to always think of is how many faces are there? And there are 6 faces. So I'm going to go over using the net first to help us find the surface area. Remember, surface area is basically the area of all of the faces. So when I fold it open, okay, here are all of my faces. So my green matches up with my green over here, okay, and my pink, okay, or my pink, that's my 6, and then I have my light blue, and I know it's hard to see, but my light blue is a side of 5. So therefore, okay, if I'm looking at the area of the side, we'll go here, it's made up of the blue and the pink. The blue and the pink, so therefore, again, we're using rectangles, so we'll always be using the formula area is length times width. So the area of this side, okay, is going to be 5 times 6, which will give us 30. Okay, remember, there are 2 sides, so we're going to then have to do 30 times 2, so our sides give us 60. Oops, sorry, I didn't realize I wasn't on the screen. Then we're going to look at the top. The top, okay, or the bottom here, okay, is made up of our green and our blue side. So our green and our blue is going to be a 5 times 10, okay, which is going to give us 50. Remember, we have a top, or 2 tops, or I like to call it the top, okay, and the bottom, top and bottom. So therefore, the 50 is also going to be multiplied by 2, and that gives us 100. Okay, then finally we have our front, okay, front of our box, which in this case is our green and our purple. So our front green is 10, purple is 6. So we're going to do 10 times 6, which is 60. And then again, we have a front and a back. Again, they're calling them both fronts. So we would have 60 times 2, which equals 120. Again, notice I did 2 separate problems and didn't just do a string of equal signs. My total area is to add this up. So when I add this up, okay, I'm going to get 280 square meters. Now again, to review, we did our side, then we did our top and our bottom, and then we did our front and our front. So we have our 6 separate sides using the net. The other way of looking at this is, okay, I like to list the 3 numbers. Okay, this is a way for if the visual actually is too much for you. And I'm going to connect the 10 and the 6, and I'm going to do 10 times 6. Then I'm going to connect the 10 times the 5 and do 10 times 5. Finally, I'm going to connect my 6 times my 5. So notice I get 60, I get 50, and I got 30. Those were the same numbers I had here. Now again, your choice is you can multiply each of these by 2, okay, or I can add them up, and if I add them up, I get 140. But remember, we have 2 of everything, so we would have to do 140 times 2, and that's going to, again, give us our 280. So what I did in this situation, I listed by 3 numbers, okay, and then I connected them. My 10 times my 6 actually gave me my front and back, My 10 times my 5 gave me my top and my bottom, and then I connected my 5 and my 6 to get my sides. Okay, I added them up, multiplied by 2.